Facebook bans 12 far-right individuals and organisations in Britain, saying they have no place on its platform. Facebook is banning a dozen far-right campaigners and organisations, including the English Defence League and Britain First. The company says those who spread hate have no place on its platform. The ban also applies to Instagram. Our media editor, Amal Rajan, is following the story for us.
So it's the British National Party, or BNP, and Nick Griffin, Britain First, and its leader Paul Golding and former deputy leader Jada Franson. It's the English Defence League and its founding member Paul Ray, a militant Christian group called the Knights Templar International, and Jim Dowson, who's a promoter of it, the National Front and its leader Tony Martin, and another hard-right figure called Jack Renshaw. What they're being banned for, and not just on Facebook, but associated platforms like Instagram, which Facebook also owns, is specifically spreading hate on the basis of excluding people because of their ethnicity, or promoting violence or inciting people to violence, which is, of course, illegal. Why is it happening now? Well, I think the steady accumulation of pressure on Facebook to stop the spread of poison on its platform has taken a toll. We're coming up to European elections, of course, and Facebook want to be seen to be proactive about this stuff. They say, you asked us to remove hate, this is what we're now doing. But it's worth saying, Rita, that this is taking Facebook into very, very uncomfortable territory. These are all figures on the hard right. And a few years ago, Facebook said it's not in the business of preventing free speech, it's not in the business of telling us what's true or not, and it wasn't a media company. Today, it seems to be exercising subjective judgment on what people can and can't say.
Hello again, Jim Dowson here, guest presenter with the Templar Report, and I feel rather privileged today. From 12 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, the British media announced, big announcement, that Facebook has permanently banned the Knights Templar International from Facebook and any support of the Templars thereof, and its promoter and presenter, yours truly, Jim Dowson by name. So any promotion of me, I'm banned completely off Facebook. Personal stuff, anything like that, I'm not allowed to put anything up at all, period. And anybody promoting me or even sharing a thing like a wedding photograph or something like that will not be tolerated. I'm not making this up. They've also banned well, let me go through this first. This is quite a serious development, this. And very strange that it comes on the same day that Facebook has just been exposed for scraping. Facebook's a website, they're scraping something anyway. And they sold, what have they done? Emails. 1.5 million people's emails and selling it on to third parties. Then all of a sudden this comes out today. Today I've had the BBC on, I've had the Guardian on, I've had all the major news channels on saying, we never get any warning of this, Jim, did you? I said, nope. So they've just brung this out flash. Now, it really is silly because we've been deplatformed since September. And they're talking here about Tommy Robinson, Britain First, Jada Franson, we're all banned. We all get banned in September last year. We're already banned. What are you talking about? We've already been banned. We've been banned for the guts of 8 or 9 months. So what is this about? What they're doing now is they're actually making it personal. They're bringing people's personal names in. So they've banned things like the BNP and ex-leader Nick Griffin. Nick Griffin's not been a leader for 5 years. He's not been a leader of the BNP for 5 years. The BNP is a legal, registered political party that won 2 seats in the European elections in 2009 and a seat in the London Assembly in 2008. It's a proper legal registered party, being convicted of no hate crimes, nothing. And they're going to talk about, this is what they say, why they're banning everybody. In a statement, Facebook said, individuals and organisations who spread hate or attack or call for the exclusion of others based on who they are have no place on Facebook. Our work against organised hate is ongoing, and we will continue to review individuals, organisations, pages, groups and content that go against our community standards. Let me be very plain here. I've never been charged or convicted of any crime of hate, ever. As a lot of these other people are similar. But here's a strange thing. Look, it's the job of the police. If you're spreading hate and you break the law of your country, whether it be America or Britain, the police will deal with you. And if you've been dealt with in court with a jury of your peers and found guilty, fine, okay, then they could apply for Facebook to take you down. But why are we relying on a couple of green-haired freaky weirdos in San Francisco to decide what's lawful and what's not lawful in all these other different countries? This is crazy. And who decides? I mean, listen to this. Individuals or organisations who spread hate. What is hate? Telling somebody you don't agree with gay marriage or you don't agree with mass immigration. That's hate now. Or attack or call for the exclusion of others on the basis of who they are. Well, I call for the exclusion of paedophiles and terrorists from school premises. I'm breaking Facebook's community standards. Because you cannot discriminate against anybody on the basis of who they are, unless you're right-wing conservative, of course. Then the whole bag of discrimination is poured over your head. This is outrageous. I mean, it really is. Now, luckily for me, when I reside in Britain, I live in Northern Ireland, and due to the peace agreement we had to stop the fighting here, the troubles, we have special laws here that you cannot be discriminated against based on your religious, political or sexual activities or orientation, even if it includes violence. I know it's crazy, but that's the law here. So it's coming up for Easter now. So by next week I will be consulting the Equalities Commission and the Human Rights Commission, and I will certainly personally be taking this through the courts because I have been grossly maligned and discriminated against. I don't have any convictions for hate or anything like that. And the Knights Templar Order are a very, very respectable order, known throughout the world for their sterling work. Not known for their hate, not known for any criminal convictions, not known for being cited in any nefarious activities. But again, they've banned them. When they already banned them in September. It's really strange. So amongst those banned were Knights Templar International, Templar Report guest star, me, Jim Dowson, the British National Party, who are almost dead anyway, Nick Griffin, who used to be the leader of it, and Jada Franson. And you'll know Jada were helping her out. But I've also banned the EDL. Again, they don't really exist anymore. And the guy, what's the guy's name who used to run the EDL? Paul Ray. Paul Ray's not ran the EDL since 2009. It's 2019. This guy was a leader for 10 years ago, then Tommy Robinson took over. The guy lives in a different country. He's got nothing to do with anything. But he's an individual named. So this is a really desperado attempt by Facebook to do something, which we're not entirely sure. The Facebook spokesman said those named would be prevented from having any presence on any Facebook service. So much for free speech. This is draconian, and I'm quite sure it's unlawful. The ban follows criticism made as part of Channel 4's documentary that said Facebook weren't doing enough to stem the flow of hate on the platform. So, okay, all the well-known right-wing people, including myself, we've all been banned. So, let's see. Is this the list of how many... Oh, yes. Got a list here of how many extremist Muslim, extremist anti-Christian, LGBTQ+, Facebook groups, extremist anti-Trump, extremist anti-British, extremist anti-white, extremist mujahideen pages that have been banned. Yes, I can see this. Here is the list here of how many of those who have been banned. Can you see this? Not one single organisation or person. No hate preachers, nobody who's posting up beheading videos of Christians, not one of them's been banned. Does that surprise you? Doesn't surprise me. Well, here's where we are. That's what's happened. We are going to fight this. I personally am going to fight it because I have the legislation on my side because of my Northern Ireland citizenship. But the Templars are going to fight this as well. And we need you to get behind the Templars and stand fast on this. This cannot be allowed. It's just common decency. It's against every single thing that's right and wholesome in all our nations. We cannot be a civilised country anywhere in the world when the rule of law goes out the window and certain sections of society are demonised. We've seen this in Germany in the 1930s, and look how it ended. When you demonise and dehumanise a section of society, the next thing is we're off to the gulags, and then we'll just be exterminated. I've been warning about this, as you know, on the Templar Report, for months and months and months, because I knew this was coming. And the next stage is they'll throw us in jail, and after that, they'll kill us. I'm not joking. This is where we're going with this. So I'm asking you right now to do what's right, to get behind us. You'll see a donation link at the bottom of this video. Donate to our legal fight back fund, because we need to tackle these people. Who does Mark Zuckerberg think he is in his freaks, the San Francisco freak show that he's running up there? I don't know who he thinks he's tackling, but El Salahadin and the King of France couldn't defeat the Templars. And Mark Zuckerberg, you're not going to do it either. I can assure you of that, young man. You made a very bad move when you start picking on the Knights Templars, because we ain't going to have it. And you can be rest assured of that. You can take that to the bank. So get on board with us. Get on board with our fight back, and let us take this fight right to his door. Oh yes, you can also follow us now on Telegram. You'll also see a link for Telegram. To hell with Mark Zuckerberg and his Facebook flunkies. Follow us on Telegram, Knights Templar International on Telegram. There's a link here as well. And there's another link there for donating to our Fight Back Fund. And let's get stuck into these people. We're Templars. We fight. That's what we do. Help us do it. God bless you. I hope to have another report before Easter, but be mindful of this season. It's the season when Christ suffered and died for us, so it's only right that we also suffer because we are fighting the devil's people. Make no mistake about it, and the devil does fight back. God bless you. I'll speak to you soon. And that's all from the Templar Report. Thank you.
The threat is real, and we are on the front line. In a world of misinformation and attacks from the left and mainstream media, censorship, deplatforming, it is time to call out the fake news and bring you the truth. We are the Knights Templar. Visit our website and join today. We are the Resistance. Deus Vult.